Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm George Grace Jr. Welcome to Sunday evening with the Peoria Municipal Band. We're glad you could join us tonight. We have a variety of music that I'm sure that you will enjoy. Marches, show tunes, you name it, we kind of got it. Ms. Lyndon Hubner sang with us on Wednesday. She is back again tonight. Great evening for a concert, so please welcome Lyndon Hubner and Dr. David Vroman.
Please rise and stand if you are able and join us in singing our national anthem as the American Legion Post 2 present our colors.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Lyndon. Well, good evening. We're glad you could join us. We're glad you could find us, and we're happy to have you with. How many people out there are ever seen a drum and bugle corps? Just wondering. Yep, drum and bugle corps fans. So this next work that we have for you this evening is entitled Fanfare and Hymn of Brotherhood. And it was written by Jay Bocook. And he is a composer, conductor, arranger, educator, born in 1953. Began his composing and arranging career in graduate school, and then for many years wrote for Jensen Publications. And he was a band director at a well-known but very small school, Travelers Rest, South Carolina. And they were the South Carolina 3A state marching champions way back in the 1978. He went on from there, and he was director of athletic bands at Furman University, and his arrangements have been featured for Olympic Games in 1984, 88, 96, and 2002. He's a member of the American Band Masters Association, and he is in the Hall of Fame for the DCI Drum Corps International. Was inducted in 2009. Writes a lot for Hal Leonard now. This is Jay Bocook's Fanfare and Hymn of Brotherhood.
Thank you.
This will be short. We interrupt this concert for the 65th Roman birthday episode of Unsolved Mysteries.
Good evening. Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries, sighting of Bigfoot in the streets of downtown Stockton, California. And later, a farmer in Nebraska claims his milk cow named Bossy was abducted by aliens and now lays eggs like a chicken. But first, a band director in Peoria, Illinois, who mysteriously never appears to grow old. What secret power lets him defy usual signs of aging? Tonight we try to shine some light on this strange Dave Roman, who apparently is much older than he looks. These items found in an abandoned carriage house at the Roman homestead may give us a clue to an unbelievable history. Could this vial, being labeled Jurassic DNA candy, be a life-sustaining supplement? Could this carefully preserved pet dinosaur be a sentimental reminiscence of a prehistoric youth? And could these items common to 1849 gold rush prospectors indicate a young adult pursuing riches in the Wild West? A pouch of beef jerky, a canvas bag of gold nuggets, and an unopened bottle of sarsaparilla. And what about this newspaper dated June 21st, 1956, Dave Roman's alleged birth date, with ads for bread at 18 cents a loaf, gasoline for 30 cents a gallon, and new cars for $2,000. Members of the Peoria Municipal Band Commission are reluctant to discuss the situation and have gone along with the 65th birthday celebration by presenting Vroman with a birthday boy ribbon and a brand new car. Is Vroman really 65? And do these blue M&Ms he is so addicted to have anything to do with remaining young? We can only say this one remains an unsolved mystery. Tune in again next week as we try to solve the mystery of the overlooked band librarian. Good night.
Let's just move on with some music, shall we? That was Bill Bohr and Denise Cooksey, and they didn't tell me they were doing that, so they'll have to stay after, and we have a lot of equipment that needs to be moved tonight. Percy Granger is a man that wrote a lot of great things for wind band. He was just a little bit different. The piece you're going to hear, he wrote for a cappella choir to be performed for his own wedding. Okay, at the Hollywood Bowl with some 20,000 people there. It was August 9th, 1928. They had 126 musicians. They had this big a cappella choir, and he wrote this piece for her. Ella that he met was a Swedish artist and poet, and he was quite taken by her. And so this wedding was, as I said, very public. In December of 1929, he came out with what he called kind of elastic scoring, and he wrote an article about it and encouraged band people to look at it. He was way before his time. But the other thing that a lot of people don't know, in 1932, he was the dean of music at New York University. And this kind of underscored how he was into experimentation because he was investing in jazz. And he even invited Duke Ellington to come and be a guest lecturer at the university. He found the university life, Granger found that not to his liking, and he moved on to a great career with arranging and writing. This is a beautiful tune. He said that in this tune he wanted to voice an Australian upcountry feeling the way Stephen Foster had with American countryside feelings in his songs. Percy Aldridge Granger's Australian upcountry tune. Liven things up a little bit with this next work, the Billboard March. This is a march that you've probably heard before. It was a circus march that was written at the turn of the century. No, I was not there when they wrote it. John Clore was a vaudeville trombonist by trade, and he performed as a member of Cincinnati's musical life, and Cincinnati will come into play a little bit later in our program. And John played in the Syrian Temple Shrine Band, and it was led by a guy named Henry Fillmore. And he played in that band from 1921 to 1926. But I'm sure you may recognize this. It's a very famous march. This is John Clore's Billboard March. As many of you know, each week we feature a very talented vocal soloist, and this week is no exception. In fact, she brought, I don't know, it was 2,000 or 3,000 people with her on Wednesday night for the concert when we were downtown at Kelleher's, down there on Water Street, right by WTVP. Lyndon Christ Hubner lives in Chicago, though she grew up right here in central Illinois. And up there, she leads WFMT. How many people listen to that station, by the way? WFMT is a classical station out of Chicago. And her classical Chicago radio station's Bach to School program. Get it? Bach to School. She's also the philanthropy officer for Classical Kids, which brings performances of composers' lives and music to families around the world. And she is the director of education for Wellness for Everyone, filling the Chicago public schools with dance, yoga, drama, and music classes. She also has her own trio group because she doesn't have enough to do. The Irving Sisters. They perform a lot of songs from the 1930s, the 1940s. You can find them on their website. It's a very creative website. You can check on your smartphone, irvingsisters.com. It's very similar to the Peoria Municipal Band.com website. See how we did that? And she also loves to golf, bike, swim, travel, and more importantly, she likes gardening. She is the community coordinator at the Bronzeville Roof Garden. Please welcome Lyndon Christ Hubner. Lyndon?
Thank you. I have some fun, interesting facts to share about this song. Over the Rainbow was originally deleted from The Wizard of Oz. We're so glad that the creative team changed their mind and included this amazing song. Shirley Temple was also considered for the role of Dorothy, but she couldn't sing the high notes. Fortunately, Frances Ethel Gum could sing the high notes, and she got the role of Dorothy and changed her name immediately to Judy Garland. So this is Over the Rainbow.
You dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me.
Thank you. The Sound of Music was Rodgers and Hammerstein's most beloved musical and their last collaboration. The movie won 5 Oscars in 1965. Here are a few of my favorite things.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
Lyndon has another couple songs for us in just a little bit. Well, we're going to go back to Cincinnati a little bit. This next piece was written by a gentleman there that has a lot of contact with the Cincinnati Pops Orchestra, Stephen Reinecke. And he was also the music director for the New York Pops at Carnegie Hall, principal Pops conductor of the National Symphony Orchestra at the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. He's also the principal Pops conductor of the Toronto Symphony and also the Houston Symphony as well. And for those of you that sometimes go to Ravinia up in Chicago, he has conducted the CSO as well. He's done over 100 orchestral arrangements for the Cincinnati Pops Orchestra, and his work is on all the labels out there, or you can stream it, obviously. A native of Ohio, a graduate of Miami University. Is there anybody here tonight from Ohio? Just checking real quick. There's one right there. So you can be proud right now. Miami University in Ohio. He got bachelor degrees both in trumpet performance and composition. Not only does he write for orchestra, though, he's done a lot of works for wind band, and I think you will enjoy this one that he wrote for the Talawanda High School Band in Oxford, Ohio. You're not from Oxford, are you, by any chance? Okay, just checking. This is what Stephen Reinecke calls the River of Life. should make you proud to be from Ohio. He writes great, energetic things. J.J. Richards is kind of a snapshot about how our country's grown. He was born in 1878 in Wales, but spent most of his childhood in Pittsburgh, Kansas. Played the alto horn, the cornet, all through the age of 10. Best known for writing over 300 compositions for circus and school bands. He first became the director of the Norton Jones Circus Band at the age of 19, and later on he would go on to lead other bands, including Barnum and Bailey Circus Band and the Ringling Brothers Band as well. When he wasn't playing for a circus, he was studying music at Kansas State Teachers College and the American Conservatory of Music. Even back in the 1920s, he taught right here in Illinois. Conducted several municipal bands in Florida and Kansas until 1945, and then he was selected to succeed Herbert L. Clark, who was a pretty fine cornet player in the day, as the conductor of the Long Beach, California Municipal Band, and that's where Richards passed away in 1956. This is one of his best-known patriotic marches as we get you ready for that week. This is Emblem of Unity March. While we think about the upcoming week, we want to remind you that Wednesday we will be down on Water Street at 7 o'clock, and weather permitting as well. And we never decide about a concert until about 15 minutes ahead of time or so. So it might be raining at your house, may not be raining there. So we never know until that point in time, and we do not have some place to go in case it does rain. So we just wait until about 6:45, 7 o'clock to make that call, just so that you know. And then this coming week, we will not be here on Sunday night, but instead we'll be here on Saturday. So we'll be here Saturday at 7 o'clock as well, and a lot of patriotic music for you to enjoy this week. Well, it's time to bring our vocal soloist back. Please welcome back to the microphone, Lyndon Hubner. Lyndon?
Thank you. The Gershwin brothers wrote Someone to Watch Over Me in 1926, along with hundreds of other songs that fill our great American songbook. George Gershwin also wrote Rhapsody in Blue and Porgy and Bess, an opera. So if you haven't heard either of those, I highly recommend it. And George Gershwin died young when he was 38 years old. This is Someone to Watch Over Me.
There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be someone who'll watch over me. I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to one who watch over me. Although he may not be the man some girls think of as handsome, to my heart he carries the key. Won't you tell him please to put on some speed, follow my lead, oh how I need someone to watch over me.
next piece is from My Fair Lady, written by Lerner and Lowe in 1964, and it's based off of Shaw's Pygmalion. And at its time, My Fair Lady was the highest-grossing movie that Warner Brothers ever produced. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I'll never know what made it so exciting. Why all at once my heart took flight. I only know when he began to dance with me. I could have danced, danced, danced all night.
Please, let's thank Lyndon one more time for spending the week down here back in central Illinois with her family and all of us. Let's go to another popular singer, Neil Leslie Diamond, born in Coney Island section of Brooklyn, New York, back in 1941. And his father was actually a dry goods merchant. And he and his wife, Rose, they were Jewish immigrants from Poland. And the Diamond family, they temporarily located to Cheyenne, Wyoming for a period of time because of military service during World War II. And during their time in Wyoming, Neil decided that he really liked those singing cowboy songs. You remember those? You can still hear them on the late night movies every once in a while. And he would go to all those matinees, and he loved all those songs. That's really what got his interest going. After World War II, he and his parents moved back to Brooklyn. He was given a $9 acoustic guitar for a birthday gift. I didn't get a guitar for a birthday gift, but Neil did. And then that really began his interest in music. And at 15, he wrote his very first song, which was titled Hear Them Bells. And if you don't know that, well, you'll know the ones we're about to play for you. These are some of pop rock legends Neil Diamond's greatest hits. Check your tickets. It's time for a drawing. Here comes Mary. Okay, Mary, let's do this. They've been waiting the whole concert.
I'm Mary Barthel, a member of the Peoria Municipal Band Commission, and this is Alice Nash, and we hope your name is in the barrel because we're going to draw for this gift certificate to La Peep. Doesn't that sound good? And the winner for a gift certificate to La Peep is Carol Smith. Congratulations, Carol Smith. Straight out in front of us. Okay. Okay, Carol, congratulations.
Meet them over towards here. Carol, if you don't meet them, they're going to take it for themselves. No pressure. Everything will be fine. Got a little novelty number for you, a little Camptown Races. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for finding us here. And again, this week, Wednesday down on Water Street, and Saturday night right here at 7 o'clock. You'll notice, too, that we're playing 1-hour concerts. That really has to do with the effect that COVID has had on our rehearsal situation, not so much on being outdoors together. So we started with a smaller band last week. This week is a little bigger. Next week, the whole band will be here. So you can come and enjoy those concerts with all of us. Several people we want to thank tonight. We want to make sure we thank for sound Mr. Todd Pelon. Where are you, Todd? Oh, he's way in the back in the red shirt. We want to thank you for everything. And then we want to thank Kristen Sheets, who's our librarian. Kristen, stand up, would you please? Great. And we want to thank Laurel Filzen. She's our assistant conductor. Give her a round of applause. And then Kristen Sheets, she's our librarian. Kristen, we want to give her a round of applause. George Graves Jr. is our band manager. Give him a round of applause. And I don't know if I mentioned Kristen Sheets yet. Kristen, she's the librarian. I forgot her last Sunday if you were here, just so that you know. And we want to thank Liz Driscoll for taking care of publicity, and Frank in the back in the tuba, he takes care of our Facebook page. And of course, we want to thank Lyndon over here for singing, and Post 2 for making our concert extra special. I also want to thank Bill and all those that were involved in the little birthday celebration. And it's just so cool that they were born nearly 50 years before me. And so it's just a really neat thing that they would still remember me at this time. So I'm very appreciative of that. Well, we do appreciate your attendance. Hope to see you Wednesday night. Hope to see you Sunday evening. Not Sunday evening, but Saturday evening, not Sunday, okay? And we close, as we always do this evening, giving you a few moments to reflect on what a great country it is in which we live. This is America the Beautiful.